Hey, how's it going guys, it's Nate here, and in the wake of the Creation Club, I figured we could all use some positive Skyrim modding news, which admittedly with SKSE making its way over to Special Edition and mods being ported, there's a lot of it. In fact, there's nearly 50,000 on the Nexus for Old Rim alone. However, in such a massive pool, there's bound to be a few special ones that can slip by us every now and again. So today we'll be taking a look at 5 underrated Skyrim mods. For clarification, criteria is any mod with under 20,000 unique downloads on the Nexus, with the average being around 8,000. Some of these I've seen recommended in the comment section down below, others I've just encountered myself and considered worth mentioning. But without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off, we have the High Poly project by Lucid APs. This mod enhances the meshes of various smaller objects throughout Skyrim. Think wine bottles, plates, breads, things that you can pick up. But unlike most visual-focused mods, the High Poly project doesn't prioritize retextures. Instead, it increases the mesh's polygon count exponentially. The result of this is much better defined and more realistic-looking shapes and higher quality meshes across the board. When I first saw Sweetroll in particular after installing this mod, I about lost it. The difference is difficult not to notice, and since using it, a lot of people in my comment section seem to have caught on as well. The High Poly project is available for original Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition, both on PC and Xbox One. Its impact on performance should be relatively minimal, so long as you have a decent-ish CPU, and I haven't noticed any frame drops on PC, nor in my, albeit limited playtime, on the Xbox One. So if you have the 63 necessary megabytes of space, I would recommend giving this one a try. You will not be disappointed. Next, we have Open Civil War by Simtam. This mod aims to transform the rather linear Civil War campaign of Skyrim into something of a larger scale strategy game. You can now choose which holds to attack in the order you prefer. If you're feeling really lucky, or just impatient, you can even order the direct assault on a hold's capital and just storm the cities directly. Likewise, the AI also possesses the same options, and while it's no Julius Caesar, it seems to think on its own enough to occasionally disrupt your plans, if only briefly. You can also lose battles as well, and thanks to an ongoing recruitment system, you don't want that to happen too often, as your pool of manpower is far from infinite. The mod accomplishes most of this by drawing from cut content that was already in the game, but not completely finished and therefore never implemented fully by Bethesda. The author proceeded to patch up the holes and make adjustments at his own discretion. You may recall a similar mod called Civil War Overhaul that was very comparable to this one, however CWO was removed last year by its creator. So if you're somebody who really wanted to experience the Civil War campaign the way Bethesda originally intended, this is the mod for you. As you'll notice is going to be a trend on this list, the mod is available for both versions of Skyrim on PC, and also on Xbox One. Furthermore, it only weighs about 2.5 megabytes, so don't worry about long download times. And number 3 is the Artistic Skyrim Overhaul. If you follow this channel for a while, you'll recall we've covered a small portion of this mod before. The Artistic Skyrim Overhaul changes Skyrim's visual style immensely with a variety of texture replacers. There are 3 styles to the ASO to choose from: Pixar, Oil, and Paint. Pixar reduces the resolution of and simplifies textures to produce a very cartoonish feel. Oil and Paint, on the other hand, seem to create textures with a little bit more personality, if that's the right word, with higher resolutions and more watercolor-esque themes, with Paint using the brighter, more saturated colors of the two. Most graphical mods seek to make Skyrim look as realistic as possible, which is what makes this one stand out in my eyes. The ASO instead tries to introduce an entire new look to the game that depends on its own style rather than realism to be aesthetically pleasing. Retexturing nearly everything, the Artistic Skyrim Overhaul isn't exactly a mod that comes with a light file size, however. The Paint and Oil versions are both about a gigabyte and 800 megabytes respectively, but the Pixar flavor, using lower resolution textures, is only roughly 248 megabytes. Of course, the mod and all of its styles are available on both PC and Xbox One, though keep in mind the Xbone does have a load order size limit that this may impact. The Artistic Overhaul will hopefully introduce some changes into an otherwise normal playthrough, though do be careful about using this with other retexture mods as you can get some interesting results. Fourth is the Animated Eating Redux by Flipped Easy. So if you're like me, after a long day of dragonborning and entering a tavern, you may feel like eating, just to fit in and embrace the ambiance, if you will. But after selecting a food to ingest, you quickly realize that you've literally just gulped it down before you could even exit the appropriate menus. Well, the Animated Eating Redux is here to solve our incredibly first world problem. This mod gives the player's character the ability to have their own eating animations when consuming food. So do your followers. This can help add immersion when in tavern environments, and I found it especially nice when going for more realistic-based survival playthroughs. Unfortunately, the AER is not compatible on either console platform, though it does work with both Skyrim releases on PC. And finally, we have Winstead Mine. This is the most popular on this list, a mod that gives you the ability to build your own raw mineral-based empire, like a medieval Rockefeller minus the labor strikes. You start off by heading to the newly added Winstead Mine complex, a large tunnel network that's been overrun by bandits. Clear out these stubborn communists and purchase the property rights from the Jarl of Morthal's court, and you can begin work on renovating the caves. The Dragonborn can expand the mines to add in new tunnel systems and shafts, as well as hire additional workers to help out. The bigger you grow, the more resources you can mine and convert into coin. As your new business blossoms, you may begin to build above ground too, crafting your own settlement of sorts. Build guard towers and additional living spaces to feel like a Jarl in your own capacity. The mod author has also created a similar project for farmsteads called Heliarchan Farm, but rather than ore and silver, you cultivate crops. Winstead Mine is available for both PC and Xbox One. It is dependent on assets from the Hearthfire DLC, but so long as you're running Special Edition or have Legendary Edition, you have it. Thanks to these dependencies, its file size is only 39.4 megabytes as well. So if corporate monopolies and serfdom are something that suits your fancy, this is definitely the mod for you. But that concludes our list of 5 Skyrim mods that are criminally underrated. What mods have you encountered throughout your playthroughs that you think aren't getting as much love as they deserve? Leave a comment down below. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, like ratings are as always very much appreciated, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Peace out, everyone.